guys, it's Legally Inspired and it's Pauline Paulik. Today I will be answering a question, what does paralegal do? What is the role of personal assistant, legal executive, legal secretary, solicitor, barrister, who is counsel, who is junior counsel, who is senior counsel. So we have a bunch of people. So who are they? If you're thinking of working in a legal industry, that would be very good and beneficial for you to know who does what. So maybe I will start from paralegal. Paralegals support lawyers by maintaining, drafting documents, and organizing files, calling on legal witnesses, maintaining a legal library, and more. So this is paralegal. And then the difference between paralegal and legal assistant is quite gentle. I'd say that paralegal would be more responsible for documents, and I'd say that legal assistant would be a person who would be responsible, for example, for diary. But of course, if you're working as a paralegal, sometimes you might be asked for something like that as well. But I'd say that the job description for paralegal would be more dealing with law, and personal assistant would be more organizing some meetings, organizing venues, maybe some trips for probably few solicitors if you work in a bigger solicitor's office or in a bigger firm. And then we have legal executive. So legal executive, I'd say that it would be a person who is a little bit higher than legal secretary. Oh yeah, I didn't explain legal secretary. Okay, so maybe I will start with legal secretary. Legal secretary is a person who mostly deals with dictations, but not only that. So if you're thinking of becoming a legal secretary, your typing speed should be quite high, like I don't know, probably 60 words per minute. So you would be like and then it would be you would be mostly occupied and mostly responsible for the dictations. So you can work for one solicitor, you can work for few solicitors, and they will just hand in the dictations. You will put it on your computer, and then you will be just, with the headphones and typing whatever the solicitors dictate for you, or if you're a legal secretary for the barrister, you will be typing what the barrister asks you. Sometimes the solicitors, they wouldn't, if you would get some templates on the system, so sometimes the solicitor might only say the usual letter or the usual initiating letter to this and that, and then you should know which one are the usual letters. So if you're in the legal sector for some time, you will probably know, and if you're just starting, you have to learn it, or just ask some of the colleagues who hopefully will be nice and help you. In my case, when I was working in my office, everybody was really helpful. So you could ask, and everybody was there to help you, so you shouldn't worry about that. So going back to a legal secretary, So mostly this is typing. Then sometimes the solicitor might ask you to draft some court documentation, so you might be responsible for that as well. Just bear with me because I have some notes. I prepared some notes. So legal secretary, typing and filing legal documents, keeping records up to date, diary organization, taking phone calls, preparing paperwork and court forms, liaising with clients. So sometimes when you're working for one or for few solicitors and they can't take the call, you just take the call and you talk to the clients and you explain them, or you just take the message, because I suppose that legal secretary wouldn't really advise on anything. She would just take the message and pass it on to the solicitor. So it would be legal secretary. And then, so legal executive would be a more experienced person. So I'd say that legal executive is a little bit more than a legal secretary because she has more responsibilities, and she is somebody in relation to her knowledge, somebody between legal secretary and solicitor. So somebody in between. And so this person really should know her or his stuff, and she will be responsible for providing legal advice to clients. And of course, if this is legal secretary, legal executive. So when I was working as a legal executive, I was asked by the solicitor if I advise anybody or in relation to anything, I should type memo of what was said, and it was really good because I was always up to date with what I informed clients about, and it was a kind of type of security, because we knew what was said, what was told. So it's quite advisable to keep records of what you said to whom. So I would really highly recommend it. So going back to legal executive, providing legal advice to clients, corresponding with them and explaining complex legal matters, liaising with fellow professionals on behalf of clients, researching information and preparing legal documents, attending court to assist with the presentation of cases, and things like that. So this job would be quite different, for example, from legal secretary, because this person can attend court, sometimes can have meetings with clients. So kind of in my case, I was quite happy because something was going on all the time, and I really like that. And it's a job for a person who likes spending time with other people, who is quite outgoing. So this person would enjoy that kind of job. Okay, so I said about paralegal, personal assistant, legal executive, legal secretary, and we have solicitors. So we have solicitors and we have barristers. My former employer explained the difference. It was quite simple explanation, but I like that. He said that solicitors are people or are professionals who deal with people, and barristers are professionals who deal with judges. So it was a very simple explanation, but I really like that, and I think that it gives you a kind of idea what kind of job is a solicitor and what kind of job would be barrister. But of course, if you're becoming a solicitor, and then depending on the area of law that you do, because some solicitors, if you have criminal practice or family law practice, if this is small office, of course, then you would attend the court, you would attend district court, and you will be talking to the judges as well. In most of the time, it would be one judge. If you're attending the court in your area, it would be mostly one judge. Sometimes they exchange, but like mostly this is one judge. And in relation to, so solicitors can attend district court and can speak to the judge, so to say, speak to the judge in district court, and barristers would be the people. Sometimes you can see barristers in district court as well, and I know that this is a little bit confusing, but barristers can be in district court, and the barristers will speak to the judge in circuit court. And so right now, barristers and counsels, so these are the same people. You can be junior counsel or you can be senior counsel. So of course, senior would be more senior than junior. So like you will have senior counsel in high court. So this is a kind of rough explanation of who does what in legal industry. If some of that is not clear, if you have any questions, I will try to answer that. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. And if you like my video, give me thumbs up, please. Thumbs up! Woohoo! Thank you very much. Bye.